Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very interesting matchup today. We have the Titans themselves. Well, not the team Titans, but the adjective or noun, I don't know. This beast of a team that ever since they lost to Houston, they have been on an absolute rampage, winning nearly, if not every game in their wake, including the Bears. And speaking of the Bears, they have pulled, or speaking of which, the Bears are right now are the dark horse to win this game to hopefully advance to the semifinals. Unfortunately for the Falcons, that can make this a bit interesting is that the Falcons do not have Benmos right now, so they will have to settle for Chromify. But we'll see if Chromify can get the job done. And here we go. Oh no, the Falcons, Nogster, just completely wide open, not quite able to get a touchdown, but that's a brutal dropped coverage there. This one you cannot really have on the first play of the game. And here we go, Chromify, a little bit backed up, but he's gonna try to find the left side. Just a little bit overthrown from the looks of it. But still not but still, they have a lot of time though. They have plenty of downs. They don't need to do anything crazy. But here we go. And it's going to be caught by Noster. Or Nogster. And that's a touchdown right there. It's amazing how quickly this Falcons team can score. Wait, was he NL before he even... I think he might have been ineligible before he even caught it, but I could be wrong on that. It looked like he was. But either way, I guess it will stand. Pick is good, by the way, but yeah. Now let's see if the Bears can answer back. They did pull a pretty crazy game against the Buccaneers a couple days ago, actually. So let's see if they can do the same. Oh, it looked like it was going to be a walk and sit on Vonnie. A very signature move of theirs, but unfortunately just couldn't line it up right. It looked like it was going to be an out route there, but unfortunately going to be incomplete once more. Now it's 3rd and 15. They need to have some kind of gain here if they don't have a chance. Not Brutal. Gonna be the one to be quarterback right now. Oh, and Best Will gonna catch the absolute fit of a pass. That's a very good play there to start off this drive for the Bears. And oh, just a little incomplete there on the walk. That is definitely a very signature move that the Falcons will need to stop. And it looks like it's going to be caught by the player I cannot pronounce. And it looks like he's going to dive just barely past the first down. And here we go, Brutal. Or not Brutal. He's trying to see if he can rally his team. Right now he's just trying to find someone wide open if he can. He's going to try to toss it middle. Thankfully, the name I cannot pronounce is able to catch it. That was very clutch from him, but either way, not Brutal. He's going to take a shot in the end zone, and that's a touchdown. Best Will able to catch the defense off guard with that out route. And there you go, just like that. This could be a 7-7 game if they get the extra point. But we'll see if they can get it. And no, unfortunately, it is blocked. Falcons have the lead only by 1 point, but a lead is still a lead. But here we go, Falcons gonna end up returning it. Gonna get barely at the 25-yard line. Able to just hopefully get at least touchback distance. But here we go, playoff Chromify. He had an open lane for a moment, but defensive end's able to keep it contained, but just a little bit overthrown there. And Tyrone gonna be calling a timeout here from the Bears side. I don't really know the reason behind the timeout, but it looked like he's just trying to get this defense together however he can. And unfortunately, the Bears seem to have an AFK at the moment. And unfortunately, that's going to throw them off. And it's going to be to Roy with a 39-yard gain on that streak. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate that they have a person AFK on the Bears' end right now. You cannot have that in a playoff game, especially with both teams' seasons on the line. But either way, it's going to be caught by late. Only going to get about 6 yards, but actually 7. My bad. But he isn't going to get too far with it. But either way, it looks like they're going to put 7 in coverage. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. And Roy just completely wide open for the touchdown. And now Falcons score their second touchdown of the game. There's one thing that the Falcons can more than capably exploit, and that is the Chicago Bears defense is just not that good. But yeah, this defense is very exploitable. And Falcons are proving it right there. Not even able to stop the extra point either. I mean, they really should be trying to stop them because those extra points can matter. But either way. Huh? Like, I mean, I guess it's incomplete either way, but it looks like it's going to be to Best Will on the out route once again. And here we go, not brutal. Able to find something here. Oh, gonna try the walk to sit on Vonnie, but unfortunately just couldn't get the timing down once more. Either way, not brutal. Unfortunately, he's going to be backed up quite a bit. He's going to have to find someone wide open. Unfortunately, that wide open man was a Falcons defender. Playoff Chromify might take it in. Oh, never mind. Okay, he does end up getting it. I think, man, just unfortunate timing there. I think Not Brutal was hoping he didn't cut there. For some reason, wide receiver cut at the wrong time, and fortunately, that's going to cost him an interception there. You can't have those, especially when your defense isn't even that good. Right, but either way, it's going to be a 1-yard gain to, or actually 2-yard gain to late. So again, very good defense on that play from the Bears. But let's see if they can keep it up. All right, no one terribly wide open here. All right, and it's going to be incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 13. If they can get a stop here on a 3rd and 13, that can hopefully help the Bears in some way, shape, or form. But again, all it takes is one blown coverage. And there you go. It's going to be to Roy on the, I think it was either a fold or an out route, either one. I wasn't really paying attention to him all that much, but either way, going to be a first down. Atlanta. Chicago desperately needs a turnover. And unfortunately, nearly got a touchdown there. Nogster only going to get about the 2 to 1 or a 1.5 yard line. And now let's see what the Falcons plan to do. And it's going to be a little VC play there to Cam. And that's a touchdown. Atlanta, and they are up 20-6 right now. This is not looking good for the Bears right now whatsoever. They just cannot seem to ever get their defense right. But either way, Falcons with the PAT gonna end up getting it very easily. Again, the Bears need to do a better job stopping those PATs, man. Those matter. That can bite him in the behind later on. But for now, it's going to be Bears ball, and they're just going to kneel it for a touchback. And here we go, not brutal. Hoping to find something here. Right now, this Bears offense has just not been on the same page. And thankfully, Chromify able to be a good substitution for Benmos in this game. Either way, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a play clock intermission. So, is this your version? Is this our version of commercial break? Man, I'm not gonna lie. If this was like, if this was Twitch instead of YouTube, I'd probably do an ad break here if I was monetized. Because honestly, I don't think that'd be a terrible thing. To ad break on. But either way, this is not Twitch. This is YouTube. I don't even know if y'all still get ads watching this. So I don't know. Maybe if you have premium. Maybe unless you have premium, you probably don't have ads. But either way, and unless that's going to be the not brutal, unfortunately, he's going to end up being backed up quite a bit. Thankfully, it's going to be a catch to the name I cannot pronounce. And right now, he has open lane to run around if he can. He's going to end up Goomba hopping on someone's head. Unfortunately, that's going to get him tackled. And there you go. O-line completely misses his block and nearly throws to the Falcons defense, but thankfully it was just overthrown. That could have been very bad for the Bears right there. And it looks like it was going to be to walk to Bonnie, but unfortunately just mistimes it once more. Again, man, like, this offense just has not been on the same page compared to what happened 2 days ago. And it's going to be caught by Sidon Bonnie. I guess I take that back. For now, at least. But, man, that definitely was not the most graceful drive for them. But they got the job done, and I guess that's what matters. And I'm going to say it like I've said other games with the Bears. You can never count them out. That's kind of the thing about them. Because if I were the Falcons, I would not let my guard down. I'd be preparing for a shootout. Unfortunately, their kick's going to be blocked as per usual, but if Chicago can at least get one more stop, they can probably put this game in their favor, considering they do get the ball at the second half, or at the start of the second half, so they can potentially double dip if they play their cards right. And it looks like it's going to be another play clock. Like I said, if this was Twitch, I'd be doing an ad break right now. Oh, never mind. Okay, looks like they're starting it out. They just had to, guess they had to make a little substitution or something. But either way, playoff Chromify. Wow, that was nearly going to be an interception there. Thankfully, it wasn't. It was going to be a VC. It was going to be an LS play on the 1 yard line. Thankfully, able to help it. And that pass was nearly intercepted there. Thankfully, he was out of bounds, so that's incomplete. But again, the Falcons need to pull off something here to get a first down. Unfortunately, with little to no pressure from the quarterback, he has all the time in the world. He could even run it if he wishes. Sorry, I voice cracked a little bit. It looks like he's going to try and take a deep shot. And he's got Noxter. He makes a man miss. He's got a blocker to help. But will he get the touchdown? No, he does not. But he gets a good 77-yard gain to end the first quarter. And just like that, Atlanta is at the 3-yard line on the Bears territory. Was looking for an LS there. Unfortunately, not going to get it. And here we go. Let's see what Chromify has planned. And it's going to be an out route to J. Merle. And that's a touchdown on his end. One thing's for sure. The Falcons are definitely spreading this ball around. Everyone's getting one. But either way, Falcons are up by 2 scores for now. Maybe even 3. Thankfully, the Bears do get a blocked PAT to at least make it a bit more in their favor. But right now, they got a tough hill to climb. Unless they get their defense together. And here we go. Let's see what Not Brutal has in store for this drive. The Bears' offense has definitely not looked the most graceful, but they're able to get the job done. That's all that matters. But again, that sloppiness can end up backfiring on them at any point in this game. Because as far as the Falcons are concerned, the Bears are on the back foot. They have to keep up with the scoring. And the Falcons have just looked like they haven't had any trouble whatsoever. With the exception of a few plays. But man, this could get very spicy. I mean, the Bears, as of recently, have kind of been the dark horse to win this entire season of CFL, just because not much is really known about them compared to other teams. But honestly, they're kind of the least expected to, or I wouldn't say the least expected, but they're one of the lesser expected teams to win, because everyone's thinking about the Falcons or the Texans, maybe even the Bucks or Dolphins. But the Bears have kind of been under the radar in a lot of areas. So it is very interesting to see them excel in places that, oh, okay, well, they're resetting the play for right now. But yeah, it's very interesting to see how they excel in certain ways. Because are they the best team? Probably not, but they have shown they can win games in one way or another. And either way, it's going to be a walk to Vonnie, able to connect it, and it's going to be good for a 10-yard gain. Actually, 11-yard gain. That's kind of a lie. It's still a 10-yard gain. But either way, gonna be caught by Ego on the streak, and it's gonna be good for a 40-yard gain. My goodness, this is turning into a huge shootout right now. But here we go. Not Brutal. It's gonna be a walk to Vonnie. He's gonna make a man miss. Easily gonna get the first down, but unfortunately no touchdown yet. And now the Falcons are playing a little bit up right now. Trying to play for a run. Is going to get the screen and a couple blocks and the touchdown to Best Will once again. And there you go. Like I said, you cannot count the Bears out in these kind of games. You let your guard down for even a moment, they will make you pay. But again, the Falcons are just a massive team that I don't know if they really care much about it. I mean, I don't know if their defense is letting their guard down, but I know their offense ain't. As far as they know. Oh no, Cam gonna be on the LS there. Makes a man miss, but unfortunately gonna get only 11-yard gain. I thought he could at least get a first down, but either way. And oh no. Roy, how is he wide open? Oh my goodness, that is a touchdown. What in the world is this Bears defense doing? Oh, then AFK. I'm assuming that was probably the deep. Oh, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. Thankfully, they do block the PAT, but again, they need to get their defense together, man. You cannot be AFK in these kind of games. I don't care what's happening. But either way, sit on Vonnie. Gonna be kneeling it there, but either way, not brutal. He has been doing pretty decently well in these games. Uh-oh, and now the Falcons. Okay, well, I'm about to say the Falcons might have an AFK now, but thankfully they did end up resetting the play just in time. But yeah, this game has been undoubtedly good so far, and honestly, I hope it stays that way if the Bears can keep up the scoring. But unfortunately, the scoring is not the thing that the Bears should be concerned about at the moment. But either way, not brutal. Gonna be rolling left. He looks like he's gonna try to find the streak, and unfortunately, Jamerl gonna get the interception there. It looked like it was just overthrown, and Jamerl able to easily capitalize on it. That looked catchable on that and at that angle. Maybe he earlied. I don't know, or maybe he was late. I don't really know. But either way, Falcons ball, and right now Bears need to have it. How is that incomplete? Okay, well, either way. It looks like it's going to be a fold to Noxter. His Falcons team has just been nightmarish on offense. I will give more than enough credit on that. And it's going to be caught by Noxter again. And Chromefy easily throws a fit to him. And now it is a 20-point lead for Atlanta. And they do. All right, they are getting better blocking the PATs at least. But I don't know if it's going to matter if the Bears are struggling to score. There you go, touchdown to Noxter. Alright, I'm just a little bit tired right now today. Sorry if I'm a bit slow and laid back. I just had a long day today, you know? One of those days. I'm sure everyone has them, right? But either way, Falcons with such an easy touchdown. And right now, this is looking to be mercy rule before halftime. Falcons are looking to send a statement. Either way, DTB, unfortunately not going to be able to hike it, is going to face a 5-yard penalty for it. Either way, oh no. Was reading the check down. And Nogster able to read it perfectly. Oh, he wasn't even in a check down, it was an LS. Wait, no, it was going to be supposed to be an LS, but apparently he threw it too high and it ended up being over the player. Man, that is not ideal. And are we really going to get a mercy before halftime? That'd be crazy. Especially in the second round of playoffs. Okay, Roy is going to dive. I guess he was thinking he had a lot less room to work with. But either way, playoff Chromify. This would be quite a statement. And Nogster going to get another touchdown. And with one more stop and one more touchdown for Atlanta, they can put this game to bed with mercy rule. But will the Bears be able to stop it from happening? Can the Bears even come back from such a massive deficit? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. I'm just kidding. We're going to find very soon. Or find out very soon, my bad. But let's see what happens. And here we have a touchback, and here we go. Not brutal. Do you have anything left in the tank? Anything at all? Okay, DTB's going to be quarterback now. All right, Bears. Do you have anything left for potentially your final drive of the season? Unfortunately, it's going to be delay a game instead. But either way, DTB, do you have anything left on this Bears team? Okay, is DTB going to hike it or what? Okay, now they finally hike it. And it looks like it's going to be a little toss. Gonna be popped instantly. And now it's a 2nd and 25. Those 2 delay of games might end up being punishing for the Bears. I don't really know what's going on with DTB at the moment. Okay, well he is able to get it off. But can he find anyone in the end zone? Well, it's not really going to be the end zone, but it's going to be a toss-up, and it will be a catch by Tyrone. And just like that, the Bears' drive is alive for right now. But again, one interception can change that. Here we go, DTB. Doing what he can to keep this Bears team alive. Unfortunately, gonna be a complete miss from the wide receiver, and Roy gonna capitalize with an interception. And now, Falcons with a massive opportunity to put this game to bed and become potential conference champions and reach the semifinals. Not this play. Okay, especially not that play. Noxter unfortunately dropped it. But either way, it only takes one more touchdown to end it. And it looks like they're going to try to toss it. Will it work? Unfortunately not, since it was a pop. It doesn't matter if they caught it anyways. And here we go, playoff Chromify. The Falcons need a first down, but looks like they're going to try to toss it again. And it's going to be caught. J-Merle. And that's a touchdown. This game is mercy rule. This game is now over. And Atlanta moves on to face Miami in the semifinals. And I got stats in the stream, so we're good there. As much as there is heartbreak for the Bears, you have to give credit to the Falcons. They are the favorites to win the Super Bowl to win the championship for a reason. And now, if the Bears continue to keep their current team, they have a lot to work on defense. Or at least on the defensive side. And hopefully we will see them again in the postseason. Or season 2. You never know, but players can change teams and do whatever, so they may not be the exact same, but hopefully they can still be relatively the same. But yeah, either way, as much as I kind of wanted the Bears to win a little bit, my bias was shown a little bit, but I will give credit. I will give the Falcons their flowers. What do you mean mic is off? No, it's not. Okay, now you're just making stuff up now. Okay. Well, either way, that'll be the end of it all. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.